That's an interesting question. I don't think there is a definitive answer, but I can try to imagine how I would approach the task of teaching English to an alien race. First, I would need to establish some form of communication with them. This might be challenging, since they could have a very different sensory system and medium of expression and humans. For example, they might use sounds or lights that are outside our perceptual range, or they might communicate through chemical signals or telepathy. I would need to find a way to translate their signals into something I can understand, and vice versa. This might require some technical assistance, such as a device that can convert frequencies or wavelengths, or a brain-computer interface that can decode neural activity. Second, I would need to figure out if they have something like language. Language is a system of symbols and rules that can be used to convey meaning and information. Humans have evolved a specific capacity for language, which is influenced by our biology, culture, and environment. However, aliens might have a very different evolutionary history and cognitive architecture, which could affect how they structure and process language. For example, they might have more or less categories of words, more or less complex grammar, more or less reliance on context, etc. I would need to find out if they have any universal features of language, such as recursion, compositionality, or displacement one, or if they have some unique features that are not found in human languages. Third, I would need to teach them English. This would involve exposing them to the sounds, symbols, and meanings of English words and sentences, and providing them with feedback and reinforcement. I would also need to explain the rules and patterns of English grammar and syntax, and how they can be used to form different types of expressions. I would use a variety of methods and materials to make the learning process engaging and effective, such as pictures, videos, games, stories, etc. I would also try to adapt my teaching style to their learning preferences and abilities, which might differ from those of humans. Finally, I would need to evaluate their progress and proficiency in English. This would involve testing their comprehension and production of English in different contexts and domains. I would use both objective and subjective measures to assess their skills and knowledge, such as quizzes, essays, conversations, etc. I would also provide them with constructive feedback and guidance on how to improve their performance and overcome any difficulties or errors. Of course, this is just a hypothetical scenario based on some assumptions and speculations. There might be many other factors and challenges involved in teaching English to an alien race that I have not considered. However, I think it would be a fascinating and rewarding experience to try to bridge the gap between two different forms of intelligence and communication. One, recursion is the ability to embed structures within structures. Compositionality is the ability to combine smaller units of meaning into larger ones. Displacement is the ability to talk about things that are not present in time or space.